Okay. Okay. Hello, our meeting is now called to order. Okay. We're going to start with the invocation, and we're going to have that performed by Member Bander, and then we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance by Member Joseph. Okay.
All rise. Take a moment in silence. Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, and next order of business will be the roll call and determination of a quorum.
Chair Odom,
Present.
Member Bandor,
Present.
Member Lewis,
Present.
Member Mirza, Member Mann, absent excused, Member Shropa,
Present.
Member Johnson,
Present.
and then we did have a new alternate member, Member Brennan, but he's not here today. Quorum is met.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll now have the swearing in of the officers and witnesses.
All right, please stand and raise your right hand if you're going to speak tonight. Do you and each of you solemnly swear and affirm that testimony you're about to present shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. You may be seated.
Okay. And now we'll have the reading of the consent agenda.
Good evening, Madam Chair and board members. I'm Doug Gaines, Assistant Director of Support Services. We have two for dismissal or incompliance, and that's 2021-00403 and 2021-00512. We thank those citizens for coming into compliance.
Thank you.
Madam Chairman,
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion.
Yes.
I'd like us to approve the consent agenda as presented by the city.
Okay.
Second.
Okay. I have a motion before the board to approve the consent agenda made by Member Bander and seconded by Member Lewis. We will have a vote on that. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay. Madam Chairman, I'd also like to make another motion.
Yes.
I'd like to move case number 2021-00478 as to be our first case of the evening.
Okay. And then result back.
Oh, and then resort back to the list, current list.
Okay. Okay, I have a motion before the board that we move case number 20201-00478, move that to the front of the list, and then resort back to the normal list.
Second.
Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Motion made by Member Bander and seconded by Member Lewis. We'll have a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. So with that, we are going to hear case number 2021-00478 as presented by Officer Loeffler.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Case number 00478 is at 1500 Lady Avenue. This is a citizen-generated complaint. On June 25th, based on the citizen-generated complaint, I did observe at the location, which is a corner lot, miscellaneous junk, trash, and debris and parts littering the side and front of the property, and The city waste can was stored in the wrong location in front of the house. And there was a vehicle that appeared to be inoperable, non-operational up on jack stands, and like a large sheet as a tarp over the hood area. In Exhibit A, the top picture, you can see that. On June 28th, a violation notice was sent out, certified and mailed to the property owner, Dwayne Harris, as identified by Orange County Property Records, for violation of 10824D regarding miscellaneous debris and parts, 14727A regarding the waste can not stored in the proper location, and 165-3A regarding the vehicle in inoperable condition. He was given, the property owner was given until July 13th of 2021. On July 14th, the property was re-inspected and remained non-compliant. A notice of hearing was sent out July 14th to this meeting. It was signed, received from the Postal Service on July 17th. As of this date, you can see in the lower picture, there's been some compliance. The big tarp is gone. The car is no longer on jack stands. It is held in place with blocks. And there's still some car parts under the cover and in front of the car. And the trash can's still out front of that. So it's non-compliance, but there has been progress.
Okay.
The city's requesting a 15-day compliance time and a penalty of $50 per day for every day not in violation with any orders this board might make.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll now hear from the respondent.
I have no problem coming into compliance with what it is. The only difference is
Can you state your name
For
first,
the
sir?
record.
I'm
Please.
Dwayne Harris, property owner of 1500 Lady Avenue.
Okay, okay.
Can you speak up, please?
Yes, please
Close to
speak into the mic, please.
I have no problem coming into compliance. Unfortunately, I'm the only person that works in the household, and with my hours, with my job, I keep strange hours. I have been trying to get the truck running. Basically, in the middle of the night, I've been working. I had it running for about 3 days, and the transmission's gone out. That's why the blocks are there now, holding it in place. I can't afford a mechanic, but I am trying to get it to be moved into the backyard, out of, off the front yard. The trash can, my son just put there yesterday because he had some things that he had cleaned up because he just got back from Ohio. But mostly all of it will be cleaned up as soon as I can get a chance.
How much time do you believe you need to?
The 15 days is fine. It's as long as I don't have anything hiccups with anything personal matters, I should be just fine.
So
I took care of the other one in 3 days. By the time I got the notice and I got time to do it, I got it cleaned up in basically 3 days. I did it the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then of course Monday came out for the trash and everything was gone.
so you are saying 15 days is fine?
Yes, 15 days is fine.
Okay. So
Are there any other questions? Okay, if not, I would entertain a motion.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to make a motion.
Yes,
I move that in case number 2021-00478, that the respondent be found in violation of the code as cited as of the compliance date of July 13th, 2021, and given 15 days until August 11th, 2021, to come into compliance or be fined $50 per day until found in compliance.
Second motion.
okay.
For
Okay.
clarification, was that per day per violation or
yes.
just per day?
We were just to do 50 per day.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, we have a motion before the board made by Member Bander and seconded by Member Lewis in case number 2021-00478 that the respondent be found in violation as of July 13th, 2021, and that he be given until August 11th, 2021, to come into compliance or be fined $50 per day until he's in compliance. I will take a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay.
Thank you for
Okay,
coming.
sir. All righty. So we will now go back. Okay. The next case to come before the board is case number 2021-00330, as presented by Officer Segrist.
Bob Segrist, Code Enforcement Officer, City of Ocoee. Reference City of Ocoee case 2021-00330. The location of the violation is 2576 Twisting Sweet Gum Way, Ocoee, Florida. It's a citizen complaint and it's an occupied property. On May 11th, 21, I observed work without a permit. 3 sections of 6-foot white vinyl fence with a gate were added to the east side yard of the residence. I'll submit exhibits A through C. On May 24, a notice of code violation was issued and mailed to the property owner as identified by Orange County tax records as Esther Jean Josenball. The notice was for violation of code number 51-13 and allowed the property owner until June 8 to correct the violation and comply with the code. Code 5113 states permits required. It shall be a violation of this chapter for any person to do any work related to building or other type of work without first obtaining a permit therefore from the building department. On June 11, I re-inspected the property and observed non-compliance. And on July 7, a statement of violations, notice of hearing, and proof of service were sent, certified in regular mail to the property owner by the board clerk. On July 16, the property was posted, and a second posting was placed inside the lobby at City Hall with 24-hour public access. On July 27, today's date, the property was re-inspected and observed to remain in non-compliance. The city is requesting a compliance time of 10 days, followed by a fine of $50 per day thereafter if found non-compliant.
Board, I'd just like to take a brief moment to mention that member or alternate member Bennon has arrived. He's in the audience there. Just so you're welcome to come up and vote on this motion if you want. There is an absence, so you can, but if you want to just observe, no problem.
That's fine. Thank you. Okay. All right. So,
You were asking for any questions about the case now.
yes, do you have any questions for the officer?
I do.
Okay.
Yes. First off, thank you for taking a picture of the posting notice. I appreciate that.
My pleasure.
How do we, was there a previous fence erected and this is a replacement?
No, there was not.
Oh, okay. So we're, and we know that because you drive by it and see,
Exactly.
okay, all right, you saw it being put up.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think any of the other ones have them either, but.
Right. Did you speak to anybody?
Yeah, the property owner did call me one time
Yeah.
and said, well, what can I do? And I said, well, you can get a permit. He said, can I remove it? And I said, yeah, you can do that. That'd be okay. And that's all I ever heard.
Right. Does he realize the permit's, what, 26 bucks or something like that?
I don't know.
The fine's gonna hurt much worse.
I know, or removing it would have been fine.
Right, okay. So other than that one conversation, never contacted you?
Exactly.
Okay.
So when was your conversation with him?
Oh, it was after May 11th, and before the due date. I don't have it written down. It would be between 5/11 and 6/11, or 5/11 and 6/8.
It's been a while, so.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a recent, oh, that's what,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
So you say you just gave her very general information, apply for a permit. She didn't ask for any details or anything?
Oh, no, I said go to City Hall Building Department, but,
Are we talking about an elderly person, or?
well, no, you have to take in your survey, and they'll walk you through it over there.
I see.
I mean, very, very easy, really.
Sure.
And as you said, it's not very expensive. Usually it's based on the dollar amount of the work you do, and for 3 sections in the gate, it couldn't be that much.
Yeah, exactly. Mhm.
Well, it looks like they did a nice job.
Yeah, yeah.
So, all right. Onward.
Well, if there's no further discussion, I'll entertain a motion.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to make a motion.
Yes.
I move that in case number 2021-00330, that the respondents be found in violation of the code as cited as of June 8th, 2021, and be given until August 6th, 2021, to come into compliance or be fined $50 per day until found in compliance.
Okay, thank you. Can I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, I have a motion before the board in case number 2021-00330, that the respondent be found guilty, be found in violation as of June 8th, 2021, and be given until August 6th, 2021, to come into compliance or be fined $50 per day until in compliance. And this motion was made by Member Bander and seconded by Member Schroeder. Okay. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, the next case to come before the board is case number 2021-00406, and it will be presented by Officer Loeffler.
Good evening. 00406 is regarding a mobile home which was brought into the city without a permit and placed in this lot without a permit. This is on Mobile Lane, which is right off of Lakewood Drive. This was called in by the building department and somebody from utilities when they tried to call in for a water connection. The city of Ocoee requires mobile homes to be inspected before they're even brought into the city, and this particular one bypassed all that. There's nobody in it, and it has not been, I don't know how far they've gone as far as strapping the trailer down. On May 24th of 2021, that's when we received the initial complaint. On May 24th, the same date, that's when the violation notice was posted on the trailer and sent to the property owners, which is Edvin Lopez Gonzalez and Sonia Beatriz Gonzalez. And they've got their address as that. At any rate, They were given until June 9th of 2021 to come into compliance, and that 30-day expanse was because of the amount of time it takes to apply for this process to happen. They did not do that. On June 10th, 2021, the property was re-inspected and found non-compliant. On July 14th, a notice of hearing was posted at the location and sent out certified delivery to the property owners. As of this date, there has been no contact with the building department, no activity at the location, no attempt to permit anything, and no contact. The city's requesting a 15-day compliance time or $50 per day for every day not in compliance with any order you might make.
Okay.
And the posting's in my picture.
I saw that. I was gonna thank you for that. I like it.
So this land, I mean, it was just totally vacant,
Yes,
and they just moved, this is it? Hmm?
It's still supposed to be.
Exactly. And they are
it is a roadway with other trailers.
Okay, yes.
This particular lot has always not had anything parked on it, but people parked on it. So it is a lot for a trailer.
Okay. That is
It
interesting.
looks like they've maintained it, the grass is cut and stuff like that,
Eh,
so.
And the picture doesn't doing us any justice.
No, okay. I was gonna say, it looked like somebody had been out there, so.
Oh, my.
So is this part of a mobile home community, like this
It's
lot?
not an actual community. They are individual residential lots. They do pay taxes. It's not a managed.
Is the lot owned by the same?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Okay. And you have not had any contact
No,
with
ma'am.
anyone?
Nothing.
Okay. Well,
All right, Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion.
okay.
I move that in case number 2021-00406, that the respondent be found in violation of the code as cited as of the compliance date of June 9, 2021, and given until August 11th, 2021, to come into compliance or be fined $50 per day until found in compliance.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion before the board made by Member Bander and seconded by Member Joseph. In case number 2021-00406, stating that the respondent be found in violation as of June 9th, 2021, and that it be given until August 11th, 2021, to come into compliance or be fined $50 per day until they are in compliance. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Okay. The next case to come before the board is case number 2021-00412, and that'll be presented by Officer Rodriguez.
Case 2021-0041 by the Officer Rodriguez for the City of Ocoee, for the address of 524 3rd Street in Ocoee. On June the 1st, we received a citizen complaint regarding mentioned property. This is what was told. The rear of the property expands over the 2nd Street. Several months back, a car ran into the rear gate. In the accident area, this is still a scattered pile of fencing, cement, car grill, windshields, and car parts that's needed, cleared, and removed. On June the 2nd, 2021, I observed the property with a pile of trash and debris such as cement, wood, and fence material. This is 6-2. On June the 3rd of 2021, a notice of violation was mailed to Janitza Sanchez at 524 3rd Avenue, 3rd Street in Ocoee, Florida, as identified by the Orange County Property Appraiser for the violation of the ordinance number, Chapter 115 nuisance, Section 115-3, declaration of a nuisance and a menace, A, 1, 2, and 3. They were given unto June 11 of 2021. On June 14, I re-inspected the property, and it was not in compliance with the city. This is 6/14 re-inspection. I went a couple of times after that, 7/21, and today 7/27. On July 14, the property was posted with today's notice of hearing and the statement of violation. Of course, I posted it there, as you can see. And as of today, it remains not in compliance with the city. It's a city recommendation of 10 days to come into compliance, thereafter $50 per day, if not in compliance.
Okay. 10 days. I'm sorry, I did not hear the fine. Would you repeat that?
The fine for 10 days, if not in compliance, and $50 per day.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
So the other picture with the trash, can you give perspective of where the street
Yeah.
is? And is that a driveway?
What happened, this property has two streets, it's Second Street and Third Street. So it runs like in the middle of the two streets. So that will be like the back of the property, but it's still their property.
So
And they
you-
have like a fence and they have a gate on that area, like an entrance. So it's not the front.
So where I see it looks like a hole, like to pass underneath the road, that's one of the streets?
No, the street is on the left side, the drain, that's like a drainage.
Yeah, the drainage.
Yes, yes.
So that's the street behind that drainage?
Yes, yes. That's another, yes. No, that's the main street, that's Center Street. Because it runs between Center Street, that's the top. This is Center Street,
Okay.
okay? And this is Second Street. The front of the property that you see here, this is the front.
Okay.
That will be the front, that's Third Street.
So where the trash is, that's their driveway?
That's the back of their property.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah, they made like a small little driveway, but it doesn't go to a garage, it goes to the back of their property. That is all fenced.
Does this look like debris that the owner left there, or was this subsequent to that accident?
Yeah, both. It's apparently, I didn't see any vehicle, so apparently there was a car accident, that's what the citizen complaint said.
Uh-huh.
And they left the debris there, but I don't see any car parts. So,
Just seems a little unusual, somebody would
Yeah.
just dump stuff right there on the asphalt or the concrete over there.
yeah.
Looks like kind of one of those midnight dumping sites, you know?
Well, sometimes they think that the trash company, they're gonna pick it up, and they are not gonna pick it up.
No.
That's a special pickup.
Either case, I guess it's the property owner's responsibility, right?
That's correct,
I understand. Have you gotten any response from them at all?
at all.
About anything? No?
No. I don't think after this, I don't think so.
Oh, I got it now. All right, I didn't read the other part. I
Really?
was looking at the posting. I got you. Okay, good.
I didn't go to the door.
I like it. That's good. Thank you for
Okay.
sharing.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. All right.
Well, if there's
Any
no
others?
more discussion, I'll entertain a motion.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to make a motion.
Yes.
All right, case number 2021-00412. Have the respondent found in violation of the code as cited as of June 11th, 2021, and given until August 6th, 2021, to come into compliance or be fined $50 a day for the violation.
I second that motion.
Okay, I have a motion before the board, made by Member Bander and seconded by Member Joseph, in case number 2021-00412, that the respondent be found in violation as cited as of June 11th, 2021, and that they be given until August 6, 2021, to come into compliance or be fined $50 per day until found in compliance. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Okay. And now our last case come before the board is case number 2021-00098, and they'll be presented by Officer Loeffler.
Well, that property's in full compliance,
Oh.
and no further action required.
Fantastic, okay. All righty, well, with that, that concludes the cases before the board. So we'll now go by and get any comments. Okay, starting with,
Just again, welcome to our alternative member, Member Brennan, and thank you for the board for your timeliness today. Everyone came in nicely.
We'd like to welcome our newest member. Looking forward to working with you.
Yeah, I just got the notice today. I'm expecting, there were 600 emails.
Welcome.
That's okay, the shirt takes much longer to get than the memo. I wanted to thank the officers for taking the pictures of the postings. I do appreciate that, I really do. And Counselor, thanks for being here with us today. Well, thank you, we appreciate that too as well. Other than that, no other comments.
okay.
It's good to see everyone again. It's good to see everybody staying safe and continued good work for the rest of the year.
Okay.
So I echo everyone else, welcome to the board. I sat where you sat only a couple of months ago. So things move quite quickly. So, and to everyone else, good to see everyone again. We missed the last meeting, but hope everyone's staying safe, and we'll see everyone next month.
See, he's still waiting on his shirt.
Good evening. I've missed 2 meetings, and as a result, I saw some new faces. Welcome on board, and welcome, and hopefully, so it means we will have full, all the seats have been taken, right?
Yes.
Good, that's good. All right, that's all. Thank you. Thanks.
Okay.
No comments?
Okay. Mr. Gaines?
Yes, we do have a little bit of a change when it comes to complainants. Statewide, the Florida House and Senate passed a bill and the governor signed it. If you are a complainant, you have to give us your name and address unless it's a public safety issue like cars on jacks or a green pool or refrigerator in the front yard. Otherwise, we're required to get their name and address, and that was as of July 1st. So any cases before that, we're fine. In fact, we even got a public records request. Somebody was trying to see if we were abiding by the law. That was on July 5th. I think they already tried to get us, to get some money out of us. But so far, it's going okay. We have enough notices on our website, and I'd say 90% of the people are okay with giving their name and address, which surprises me. I said, don't get mad at us. That's Tallahassee.
Okay.
So what date did that, I'm sorry, what date did that go into compliance again?
July 1st.
July 1st, thank you.
Right. So one of the questions I got from one of the commissioners was, you know, she used to get, I kind of narrowed it down there, didn't I? She used to get a lot of complaints from her citizens. She said, well, can I said, I don't think so. You can't do that anymore. The law says it has to come from the complainant. We've had HOAs call, and the HOAs, normally they go out and look around, and I think that's okay. So the president gives us their name and their address, and we just need to cover our rears when it comes to this.
Okay. Is a question I would like to ask, and maybe I should be asking our esteemed attorney here. Is there any chance that this law may be one that may be challenged by the courts?
Oh, there's always the possibility that somebody will take exception to it.
Mhm.
But until they do and do it successfully, why?
I see. I know that I get my neighbors constantly, and I have always told them, you know, well, just call. And I would tell them they can do it anonymously. And I'm concerned that this is going to stop people from doing that. So,
Well, like I said, it's kind of surprised me. 90% of people, I would say, are willing to give their name. Sometimes they'll say no, and they call back a couple days later and said, okay, I want to give my name and address.
because that
Surprising.
also, doesn't that, you can go online and you can do it by
Yes.
typing it in. You mean you have to put your name?
Yes, you do. If you do not, and it's not a public safety issue, we have to dismiss the case. We just close it out.
So if they sign up and say Mickey Mouse, what happens?
Well, we talked to our city attorney about that. So what happens if they give a fake name? And we just don't know it's a fake name?
Right,
You know,
okay.
If it's, Joe Smith, 123 Main Street, you probably have an idea that it's fake, and then you would just close it.
Okay.
But, sometimes we say, let's just make sure it's in the city of Ocoee, but it could be somebody who lives in Palm Beach, who's taking care of their mother in Ocoee, and they have a Palm Beach address, so it's very difficult. And I don't think we were meant to police that. If somebody comes in person, we're not gonna ask for their ID or their license. We just kinda have to
Yeah.
be good about it.
Now, are the complainants required to show up here as well?
Yeah, if you show up in person, you still have to give your name and address.
No, I mean to like a code enforcement meeting. The complainant.
Come here, I think the answer is no.
To come here, no. Even if they wanna show up, you mean,
Yes.
and speak
Yeah.
about their neighbor?
Yes.
No, but if the case were to happen after July 1st, you would already know their name. We would have it in the database.
I guess my question is, are they required to be here?
No,
Just to lodge the complaint with their name and address?
correct, right. Sometimes we would get anonymous letters too, and now they just, right in the trash. We're not allowed to proceed at all.
Is this for certain complaints or any complaints,
Only code enforcement complaints.
only code enforcement?
So if it's for cars parked on the street illegally, that's police department, that's fine. A light out, that's public works. It's only code enforcement. It was
So-
probably one lawmaker somewhere in the state who got ratted on, and it was anonymous. And, well, I'm gonna take care of this. So it's for all towns, cities, counties, statewide. Fortunately, Teresa Rodriguez brought it to my attention. Otherwise, we might have missed it. And I contacted some other counterparts and said, are you aware of this? And the city of Orlando said, yes, we are. And one other said, no, we're not, but thank you.
My question would be, since they're required to give their name and address and all that good stuff, that becomes a part of the official record, and is it public? I mean, so anyone can go and look and see who
Correct.
ratted on them?
Correct. It's
That's
part
a
of the
problem.
public record. So if whoever gets the citation, if they want to know who it is, they have to go through the city clerk's office. We don't just give it to them. It goes to the city clerk's office as a public records request. So it has to be official. And then the city clerk will send it to us. We send it back to them, and then they send it out to the person who wants to know.
So I could pretend to be my next door neighbor and give their name and address?
Those are questions that
Oh, my goodness.
yeah.
That's scary.
How does it work, though, there's an exemption, I don't recall the exemption offhand, where you can request for public records if you're like former law enforcement or whatever, that your name and address be withheld. So if you are complaining, how does that then
Yeah, I had
fit
that
into?
I had that question for the city attorney also. They still have to give their name. That anonymous or confidential for law enforcement is only for property record,
Property, okay.
only for that. So if they call in, they still have to give their name. Some people will call in too, it doesn't say their name, Justin and I, and it'll say anonymous on the phone, and they would always rat out 10 people or so. And now we have to say, I'm sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Anonymous, you have to give us your name and address.
Mm. Okay.
And they haven't yelled at us, thank goodness.
So do you have any plans to kind of track some statistical data to see, up to this point, how many code violations we get, and then as we move into this new law, how it shifts? Because like you said, seems like people are willing to abide by the law, but are we gonna do any type of tracking to see if we see a decrease?
Well,
Or
I mean,
increase.
decreasing the amount of cases we have.
Yes.
Well, we're actually, since we're still getting about the same amount, I would say. Like I said, 90% are still willing to give us their name and address. So that 10%, we have, our code officers are now going out and doing code enforcement initiated cases if they see anything. So we're about the same right now. The city manager's always told us to kind of back off and just make it more reactive instead of proactive, unless something is, really ridiculous, then we cite it. But we're doing a little bit more code officer initiated now.
Okay. Well, are there any more? Okay, well, with that, my final comments, welcome to our newest member and our new attorney. As far as our new members, please bear with me. I usually can do a hatchet job on your name, okay? But I'll get there, I promise you, okay? With that, everyone, I pray that you stay safe, and I'll look forward to seeing you all next month. And with that, meeting adjourned.